happy to help. Attention, chap, let's talk IT. Or something else, depending on you. The ad starts now. Thanks to you all for sticking it out with the adverts. Cheers.
Let's get us started. Hello, how you doing? It's me. Oh, a bit late because OBS was being a bugger. Well, not OBS so much. The background removal stuff that I use here. It had not upgraded properly and wouldn't load. But I fixed it.
Like someone got
Hey, it's me. Hello, Sleepy. Hello, Chloe.
So let's see if we can turn these big...
Tell Ben to raid. We're live.
Click, click, click.
Right, well, don't know what we're doing today. Just bumming around. I've been working on my deck dock stuff again. I've tarted it up, or been tarting it up. Poking at the handler before he read. Surely his handler should be poking him. Yeah, I have been tarting up my deck documentation website. I've decided that it needed to be modernised slightly. So I bootstrapped it and jQueried it. So it's a lot better now. But I don't know how well it works on other things. But it looks so much nicer. And it works so much better as well. The main reason I was trying to use it on my phone to do some importing of PDFs, and it just was shit. So I decided modernise it. I tried looking at Laravel, which is what I always used to use, but it's gone shit. I don't know how the hell it works. Every time they release a new version of Laravel, they completely replace the whole of the front end stuff with something new, something different. So every time there's a new version of Laravel that comes out, you've got to relearn the whole thing again from scratch. But of course you could use an old version of Laravel, which I tried to do, but no, doesn't work with a modern version of PHP. No, and I'm buggered if I'm going to containerize it. So I decided I'll do it myself from scratch with Bootstrap and jQuery, and this is what we've ended up with. So, but it appears to work, ish, at times. It's not perfect by any means. Let's find something that's actually got something in, shall we? PDP 11, where's my 23 plus? There it is. So we get much nicer to play. Ignore all this stuff down the bottom here. That's stuff that I've not touched yet. That's all moderation stuff. But it's laid out so much nicer up here now. It all works so much better. I've got proper buttons instead of links. It's a much nicer system. But the main thing is, spidering now is a lot better. It can't work worse than the bot. Absolutely, no. The main thing I did it for is this spidering system, so that I can interact with it on my phone. So I can be sorting out spidered PDFs whilst taking a dump. But it's all pretty now with progress bars and stuff like that. With background jobs running on the server and Ajax communication and all sorts of fancy things. Hello, G-Pin. Cider. Today, I am drinking. I turn on my camera. Where is it? Cornish Orchards from West North Manor Farm. Only 7.2%. It's only a weak one. So that's my tipple today, and very nice it is too. So yeah, let's spider another one. I've been getting all sorts of turning into the chair of recent runes. Yep. This is all so much nicer laid out, and you can add multiple products to something you're importing, and it just works so much nicer. Import PDF, done. And I can do it on the toilet, which is the important thing. Reader in the smallest room, yeah. 2 modes of importing, slow and fast. Slow OCRs the first 3 pages and looks for data on that. Fast just looks at the file name.
They're coming.
Hey, Ben!
It's great to see
Stop
you back.
it!
Ben's raiding. Have you finished poking your handler? Or handling your poker?
You're acting like a child.
They're coming for you. Look, there comes one of them now.
There's one of them now, RHK. Hello. Whoa! Thank you for the bits.
RHK 77 says.
Cheer 200.
Thank you very much for the 200 bits, RHK. Now we get an influx of jingles, no doubt. Right, so yeah, that's what I've been doing. But I've only got a mere 120,000 PDFs to work through.
And says.
Arg, that is all.
Oh, that is all. Thank you for the resub.
Enjoy those extras
We've got a hype train going now. Oh, God.
before it gets
Get rid of it, quick.
forced into paying with actual coins. Nice choice. Jeepin'. Hope it stays interesting.
Resub from G-Pin. Is it? Two decimal points on bits. I've no idea. Why didn't I? Oh, that's. Well, no, where is it? I'm not seeing the resub on there. Huh. It's somewhere around. Oh, it's got confused. Who knows? Right. So yeah, I've only got 120,000 PDFs to trawl through, trying to work it out. Which ones I want and which ones I don't. Weird that it didn't share. No. Did you turn on the share? There's a specific thing you've got to do to share. So, maybe not. Or just Twitch being Twitch. Probably just Twitch being Twitch. So, yeah, now that I've got this working, I've got a lot of work ahead of me. Bot caught it. Yeah, bot catches everything. If there's anything going around, the bot will catch it. Syphilis, gonorrhea, anything. Ben, go and get some cider. I think I've got this importing happening as fast as I can now. And it does as much of it automatically as as inhumanly possible. So yeah, that's what I've been doing, and what I'm going to be doing tonight initially is, of course, some soldering. He even catches word macroviruses. Indeed, indeed. So we have more soldering to do. I've gathered together some random components to solder in. I don't know if they're the right components, but we'll keep soldering. Just keep soldering. Just keep soldering. Right. So yeah, we'll get on with that now. Let me just move my rubbish over the other side there. Come on, move. Thank you. So I can see what's happening. I wish that this camera would output a higher resolution image. Hey, Remdog, this is the
Ready.
MFM emulator that I'm soldering. The one which has your name on the back of it. Just there. List of reprobates. Well, you were lurking around the place while I was designing it, so you get a thanks. Whether you like it or not. Right. I'm thinking a few capacitors might be in order. Bunch of degenerates, yes. You helped keep me sane whilst I was designing it. Let's get some extra glasses on so that I can see what I'm doing. And start loading up capacitors. There's no room 454 attribution. Hell no. Having nothing to do with room 454. Why is my name on the door? It isn't. I hope. If it is, it's because Carrot House put it there. Yeah, 454 didn't help. I guess he's sheltering from the neighbouring fallout today. That's the point. I've got a resistor to put in as well for the LED. I'll do that while I'm here. R7 is crooked and it's bugging you. R7, is it crooked? Not really, is it? You can't really be crooked on this board because the spacing is very tight. I think it's not really. I think it's the actual resistor itself has a slight difference in its construction. I think it's actually on. Is it? No, it's not really. Is it crooked? It's kind. I guess kind of. Just needs a bit of a twist. There you go, is that better for you? Board needs to be turfed and a new one soldered up. Right, solder I shall require. And flux.
Looks over and raises a glass. Good evening. It is always a pleasure.
You mean you don't know what room 454 is, Remdog? Where have you been hiding? Hey, Switchgear, how you doing? MFM emulator progress. Yep, absolutely. It's been sat on my desk tempting me all week. Yeah, room 454 can't really be described. It has to be experienced. But only if you've got a good therapist for the after effects. The PTSD can be a bit of a killer. you say mythical, he meant monstrous. He's just the janitor. Nearly there on this top end of all the capacitors. Two left down the bottom end now. Or top end, whichever way you want to hold it. Cobb's method of payment leaves something to be desired. But at the same time, it leaves nothing to the imagination.
Break where dreams turn to tech dreams. Folks, time for commercials.
Looking good. Just see if I can straighten up R1 a little bit just for you, G-Pin. There you go.
Folks will try not to offend those with an aversion to adverts, but sometimes they help us. Thanks again for enduring.
Resistor pack, I think I'll put in next. Here's my little resistor pack. Something that I bought a whole pile of on a whim many years ago and never used. But now I'm using one. Which is nice. Put a little bit of flux along it. And a blob of solder on one end. A blob of solder on the other.
7 Room 454 harbors curiosities best left unvoiced. It's better imagined than described.
There we go. Starting to look the part now. Never found the resistor arrays in dip package for years. What happened to them? What is a resistor pack electrically? It's 8 resistors tied together, basically. If you get 8 resistors and just twist all the legs of one end together, so you got effectively 9 pins, that's exactly what you got there. It just saves space compared to doing that sort of thing. And cost as well. Perfect for doing pull-ups on buses and things like that. Right, so next, I need to find some
I see you.
chip
What you need today,
sockets, really.
folks.
Where are my chip sockets these days? Some up here. These are all big ones, aren't they? Yeah. I do have chip sockets somewhere. Maybe they're in the cupboard. Maybe they aren't in the cupboard. Everything but in this mysterious cupboard. I'm trying to remember where I put them all. Last time I used them. Buried down the back of there, no. Try the other cupboard. Just in case. Unlikely though. No, nothing there.
Great.
I don't know where they've gone. Stop the clanger. Oh well. Could do with ordering some better ones anyway. They were cheap shite ones. Get the floor filing system. No. I mean, they're not small things, they're big long tubes like this, full of sockets. I normally keep them up on my top shelf up here, but evidently not. I've obviously had them out for some reason, and put them back in the wrong place. Or just not put them back is more likely. Some behind your 3D printer. Well, that's nice. I don't have M&S bags. I've got Aldi bags. I've got cider though, so I'm happy. Not buried on my desk, are they? No, I'd know that if they were. Not tucked into those shelves there. No, let's just try further along my upper shelf here. Ooh, what's that? Oh, there's some sockets. I don't know what size they are. Hey, Cobmeister!
Hope you got a bit of work done tonight.
Ah, they are hiding up here. It's just they're buried.
Sounds like some sort of assistant rebel group has decided it's high time for change.
Well, some of them are, anyway. These are pretty big ones, I think, aren't they? Too big. Yeah, these are 28s. I don't want 28s. That's also a 28. I've got my 28s, but I haven't got any of my smaller ones. I could cut down the 28s, but I don't really want to. It's messy. I should order some more chip sockets. So we'll ignore the chips for the time being. I haven't got the chips put in the sockets anyway. Have we broken it yet? No, we haven't finished making it. Right, let's stick in some headers, shall we? Starting with the Drive Select one. Where's my glasses gone? There they are. Okay. Let's get a blob of solder on there to hold it into place. That'll do nicely. Hey, first one in. Meatballs. Meat. Where my other header's gone. Got these two here for the Pi Pico. I need something to hold them in place though. Actually, I wonder if one of these sockets is the right size, or is it too narrow? No, it's 0.1 of an inch too narrow. And I could put it across like that, but with those pins it'll destroy the socket. So I don't really want to do that. So instead I shall get my headers box from the shelf. Just put a Pico on top. I don't actually have one to hand that I know of at the moment. I have them around, but just not to hand. So I shall grab just a couple of these little headers and just pop one on each end, like so. Keeps it nice and stable. Then I can flip it over and solder it in. Hey Swarm, how you doing?
I welcome you warmly. Let's see what tinkering delights await us.
Though you flutter no, your presence in whispers of wings and echoes of game. Here in Majenko space we unite. To laugh and cheer through daylight. So the bars of you will visit of there, that's the yeah.
I must take that song of yours, Swarm, and extend it, because it's just starting to get good as it cuts off. A really big trebuchet would help. Indeed it would, for a number of reasons. It'd be useful to aim southwards as well, wouldn't it, at the moment? It's raining, Chloe. You lucky bastard, you. I wish we could have some rain down our way. It's been bone dry for so freaking long. Everything's dead. There we go. That's those in. It's raining men, hallelujah. Just a cloud sweating, yeah. It's raining men and let their bodies hit the floor of the same event from two different points of view, yeah. Just one is a little bit later than the other. Morning working from a friend's patio next to the pool. Oh, nice. Very nice. Right, I've got this one to install over here now. This one is just general outputs and inputs for expansion usage. Things like audio one day. There we go. It rained a little the other day. Oh yeah, slightly damp. Right, one more left to do, which is the Terminator enable header over here. Excellent. Looking good. I just had some chips. Well, that's the point. I didn't do one for the activity LED, did I? Let me just grab one for that. Yeah, that's a used one. I don't really want a used one. There's a nice clean fresh one. That's that one done. Right. Not much more to do now until I get the chips. Had a mini PoE switch crash on site the other day. You think it overheated? What do we think? Hard to make out on that image, but it looks toasty. It looks very toasty. Okay, 2 more capacitors to do. I've got one little one here, which is a 100 microfarad, 16 volt. Doesn't really need 100 microfarad, but I haven't really got anything smaller, so it'll do. Wake up, camera. Stupid Canon. That looks good. Good enough for government work. Maybe I'll just push this side in just a touch. On this side, just to keep G-Pin happy.
Cool.
That'll have to do. Let's trim that off. And my main input capacitor. Now this one I have not got a particularly suitable capacitor. I wanted something around 100 microfarad ish, maybe 220 or something like that, or 470. But the closest that I've got is a 1200, and it's a bit long. I could use another one of these, but it's too small for the footprint that I've got. So I'm using a 1200 microfarad capacitor. Which pokes out a bit of a long way.
It's
Hey, Hot Rocks.
Rocks girl, join us.
Right, we'll trim that off. I think I also just managed to trim one of the pins of the header there next to it as well. Never mind. Right. noticing a fart. Like we'd notice a fart. There's too many farts going around here. Right, so I've got on here now, I think, all of the passives. Apart from, of course, the extra load resistors. I wonder if I've got an SD card socket that fits. Do my normal ones fit this or not? They might do. I shall try one. It looks like it's going to overhang a bit, but I think the main footprint part of it is the same. It doesn't fit the back part of the footprint, but I may have to change that footprint to use my favourite
It's coming. Boys, it's gonna be
SD
good.
cards. But for now, I shall fudge this one in, save me splashing out on new ones. And maybe do a little bit of scratching to make mounting points. Scratching! DJ Majenko in the house. Is the port backwards? No. The port is not backwards. It's the way they mount. Let me just grab my thing of SD cards, wherever that's gone
Jeez.
to hide. Oh, bugger, it's not in there. Where's it gone? I've lost all my SD cards. They're normally inside here, because this is my storage. But there's an extra little wallet that's missing from this. It's probably buried on my desk here somewhere, but God knows where. No, I can't demonstrate it. Can't find an SD card. Anyway, that's the slot entrance there. That's where the card goes in, this end. That end is solid. So I don't really need to demonstrate it. I can just poke stuff in. Things go in that end. They don't go in that end. A sweet tub of SD cards, yeah. I don't have many because I keep wearing them out. I'd be interested to know where they've gone. Actually, there's one in here I could use. I like these sockets, they're good quality ones. I think they might actually be Molex ones, but they're push-push, which is nice. A lot of them these days aren't cheap ones. So I like these ones because they're good quality push-push ones. And yeah, I've got a feeling these might actually be genuine Molex ones.
Nice.
Demonstrations of slot entry. Room 454. No, thank you. I don't want to know about room 454's definition of slot entry. Right. by my reckoning, it should be fast enough, PC. Since the ARPI runs at, I think it's 240 megahertz, and
way too much.
the communication happens at 10 mega samples per, or 10 megahertz, 10 megabits per second, so I need to sample at 20. So that's a nice even division of a clock speed, and far less than the speed of the actual chip. They can, Matt, yes, I have done that before, accidentally pressed when I didn't want to, and crashed the Pi or whatever. Right, so if that's lined up with there, I could do with a bit of a scratch here. And a bit of a scratch over here. Let's find something scratchy. That's good and scratchy. If I just scratch a bit off here, I don't need it to be too well attached just for testing. I just don't want it to rip these pads off along here. So I might change this footprint for the correct one at some point. If I can find the correct one. I only really put this one in as a placeholder, and then I suddenly thought, after I had ordered the boards, oh shit, I should have changed that footprint. Right, can I get one in at the back here as well? Yeah, if I put one in about here, that should be okay there, yeah. Put one in there. You couldn't face a pie now, you're full of cheesy pasta. Well, I'm full of pork chop. And I'll pop one over the other side as well. Will go around about here. You'll turn into a garlic at this rate. At least you've got no problems with vampires around your way now anyway. The amount of garlic you've been eating. There we go.
Always great seeing you again, Token.
Hey, Token Scandi, how you doing? Didn't see you lurking there. Right, so now I want some of this, I believe. Put a squidge of this on each of these spare pads now, and melt it into place to tin those pads nicely. There we go, and a bit of wick to remove the excess. Spread it onto the pads next to it. Thank you very much. There we go. We have pads. Not very elegant looking, but pads nonetheless. Let's give it a quick clean up.
Nice.
There we go. That'll do the job. Right, now we shall put some more back on. And actually I'm going to melt it into place again. I'll use this technique this time, I think. Steadily raining, you lucky bastard. Because I need to make sure I limit this to just the pads that are required. Like the right amount on just the right pads. Clean it up, get the crusty bits off, and flux it. 17 minutes for pizza. Oh. Stick a bit of flux on these pads now. You never have too much flux. If in doubt, add flux. Actually, that's... that one's maybe not quite right at the back here. I might just spread it down a bit further, though it may be too late. Just expose a bit more copper. Yeah, that'll do, whatever. Don't care that much. Right, get some hot air onto it now.
Welcome back.
Sounds good, Ben. I usually go for something like a meat feast or something that's got huge amounts of meat on it. Meat with more meat, basically. Right, this is a low temperature paste that I'm using, so it shouldn't do too much melting when I reheat it now. Melting of nearby plastic. Currently running at 190C, which is only a fraction over what my room was last week. That started to melt there now. I'm just going to pull this forward a bit, I think. Melt the back end. Good. Ham and pineapple. I think that deserves a timeout, Matt. Ham and pineapple. Pineapple on pizza definitely deserves a timeout. There is no, well, I was going to say there is no good place for pineapple to exist, but there is. The compost bin. Oh yeah, I'll burg you. Here you go, Matt. There's your punishment. You have now been burgered. Pineapple is disgusting on anything. Pineapple is just generally disgusting. I loathe it. And it's even worse when it's on something where it shouldn't be, like pizza. What does this emulate? This emulates modified frequency modulation hard drives. These, basically. There's a big old MFM hard drive. This is from my VAX station, but this is specifically going to be used in my PDP-11. But this one's from the VAX station. This is a slightly bigger one and fancier one than the one I'm going to be emulating. So yeah, they're big, they're heavy, they're noisy, and they're getting rarer and rarer because they're all dying. I don't have a SCSI card for the PDP-11, no. I have an RXDQ, or I think that's what it is, version 1, which can take an RD51 or an RD52 hard drive. Tiny little things of about 10 meg each. So, the status of the software for the emulator is unstarted. Used all sorts of machines in the 80s. Yep, these ones are especially big and chunky. It's actually made by Maxtor. This one. This is an RD54, 150 megabytes in this beast when formatted. Proper old school. So this is same connectors as there. And actually I need to modify these connectors very slightly because these cuts that I specified in don't actually go down quite as far as I was expecting. How rare are the SCSI cards? Not that rare. But they're quite rare in this country, that's the problem. Most of them are in America. There's not a lot around this area. Fortunately, there were third-party manufacturers of SCSI cards and similar, so you can get other makers
battle has truly started
at SCSI cards quite happily.
Wouldn't expect any less from Sir Stu's a lot.
SCSI was only just coming in at about that time, in the early 80s, early to mid 80s. It was only just being formulated. So what will work on one SCSI card may not work on another, and SCSI cards don't always quite work as they should do, as I found out with the VAX. The SCSI card has little quirks that don't always work right. So yeah, you can already buy emulators for MFM, but they're big, they're expensive, and you don't really want to leave one in a machine because they're big and expensive and require a big expensive Raspberry Pi or something along those lines. So, plus you need to sacrifice a goat to get a SCSI chain working, yes. Especially if you're involving HP scanners. Scanners can be a real killer on SCSI chains.
Alright, I can help you with that. Please hold while I transfer you to someone who can help you with that.
Right, what I need to do is get somebody in America to acquire one for me and send it over. Because postage on these things can be a real crippler.
Thank you for
when you buy them direct off eBay.
call. It's very important to us.
Go for each SCSI node, yes. And an extra one just for the cable. Just in case there's anything slightly off in one of the connectors. Goat at midnight with a silver knife. Differential SCSI. Black goat at midnight with a silver knife. White goat at midday with a black knife. Yes. So yeah, next will be the chips that I need to get. I don't think I've got any of those chips. If I have, they'll be rescued ones. I need to find... I've got some sockets somewhere for this. Some of them anyway. But I need to get... Certainly I'll need to get the 8-pin sockets. 14s, I think I've got 14s. And 20s I might have somewhere. Self-terminating SCSI was easier. Just left it with some goats to get on with it. Yes. Where are we? Hunting through my box of headers. Trying to find the right ink or bag. Nope, nothing's showing up.
Get your drink on. It's ad time.
Get drunk while the adverts are on, is that what you're saying? Yeah. I might have some in here, actually. Loose. In my box of connectors. Which are now all over the floor, thank you very much. I think these are ones that I've used for other things in the past and are somewhat drunk. That's rescuable, that one.
Glad to entertain.
They're cheap, shitty ones, these, though. Not proper machined one, they're the double wipe thing is. Windows is nice like that, isn't it? Getting stuck. I mean, all operating systems are as good as each other for that. Even Linux will do that sometimes. Leave a zombie process that you can't get rid of. Line up your pins, will you? Thank you. There we go. I found one. That was a quick reboot, Tyler. There's another one with very drunken pins. That's 16, isn't it? That's too short. I'm sure I've got a tube of 20s around somewhere. It's only 28s, I don't want 28s. Another 16 with missing pins. Let's just quickly straighten up this one. Straighten up the right one, shall we? Go. 2 sockets. Let's just lock them into place and then solder them in. Turn my soldering iron off, haven't I? Makes rummaging noises to cover the sound of creaking joints. I know that feeling. I know that feeling well. Especially my knees. Got the IO read bytes couldn't use the usual spill register for its return address because it's called by _key, which already uses it. Oops. No other functions call more than 2 levels deep. Oh, you haven't got a hardware call stack, have you? Have you even got a stack pointer? I hope you've got a stack pointer. I must take a look at your architecture sometime then. And your ABI. Stack pointers in the 4th interpreter itself, but not in the not in your actual hardware. How many registers has your system got? Oh, hello. Wake up, camera. Stupid Canon. Wish I had a better camera for this. GPs, 2 PCs, no index, no indexable addressing in your system. I'm disappointed. I've got a cheap digital microscope, but it's no good for this sort of thing. Now, this is my overhead camera that I zoom in. So it's a proper camera. It's a Canon EOS 1300. It's a fancy camera, but when it comes to its video output, it's shite, and it can't stay on for more than about 20 minutes before it switches itself off. You can get index loads to fit in the system design. Oh, but not stores. Oh, 3 operands. Oh dear. Maybe you should have designed a 32-bit processor. 69 minutes, nice. If I could find it, I'd give you a free nice. But I can't find it. Where's it gone? I've got too many redeems, haven't I? Far too many redeems. There it is. Nice. Have a free nice.
Nice. Nice.
Oh, there's another nice. We're all going nice. We are such nice people around here. Right, so I'm going to need to order 2 8-pins and try and find my 20 pins. I don't know where they've gone. I've got hundreds of 28 pins. But 28 pins don't fit. A bit on the big side. Slightly mangled and only lukewarm. That's the 28 as well, isn't it? Much too big. I know I can cut them down, but I don't want to. I want proper size ones. And I know I've got them around somewhere. Maybe I'll go and have a look in the cupboard again to see if they've materialised since I last looked. That sort of thing does sometimes happen. You look somewhere, it's not there. You go back half an hour later and it's appeared out of nowhere. Yeah, I'm going to go and have another look in the cupboard, just in case. I did keep them in the cupboard at one point. What have we got in this cupboard? We've got an LG monitor, we've got a pile of software, we've got an ultrasonic cleaner, I've got a CD case full of CDs. I've got a guitar effects pedal. I've got some files. I've got a Philips CD writer. I've got an IBM monochrome monitor. I've got a fume extractor. I've got a small portable TV. I've got an external lacy hard drive, Firewire. I've got a Logitech keyboard. I've got a power supply for a Mac Mini. Various VHS tapes. I've got a Commodore 16 keyboard. I've got a joystick. I've got an iron. Another guitar effects pedal. A couple of tapes. Not in that tray. The next tray, I've got a selection of wind instruments. I've got lots of CDs. I've got a Mac Mini. I've got some sockets. They were in there after all. They've materialised since I last looked. I just had to dig deeper, I think. Sockets are plenty. Lots of sockets. I'm pretty sure I've got some 20s in here. Those are 18s. What size are these ones? I do believe I might have a 20. Huzzah! I know I've not got any 4s. Let's put that in the right way around, shall we? What's been happening while I've been gone? Anything interesting? No, never is. Just the odd fart. Xbox wants a machine with a 128-bit processor or 12. In that case, get yourself a nice little cluster of PlayStation 1s. They had 128-bit GPUs, didn't they? If I recall. The quality of these sockets is shit. But they were cheap. So I bought a lot of them. They're perfectly good for testing and experimentation. But I wouldn't use them in a product. Mod Mini has internal. Yeah, I've got, where is it? Buried around here somewhere. Similar to that. Hasn't got a screen. I do use it on stream occasionally. Should be here somewhere. God no. I really need to spend a day just sorting out my freaking desk. Because it is just a mound of shite. I mean, look at it. And that's the clear part of it. God knows where it's gone. No, I can't see it. Anyway, it's a very similar one to that, but it's USB and Wi-Fi, and I've written my own OBS plug-in Wi-Fi driver for it and everything, so it looks normal to you, yeah. It was the PS2 that had the 128. I can't remember which it was. I think it was one of the early PlayStations. But the thing with those is they're shite for long distance. And the quality is shite as well. I mean, it's better. It's actually better quality than this camera, because this only outputs, I think, 480p or something stupid like that. I do have the option of feeding the USB connection through GStreamer on this camera, which, I mean, it works, but when doing that, you lose all control over the camera. Where are we? If I go... I've got a little alias for this, haven't I? This is going out through video... No, I can't use video 10. Let's use video 11. DSLR webcam. Okay, and then change this to... No, hang on, it's not. I don't want 11, I want 101, don't I? Come on. Connect. No, what's it going on with? Come on. Terminating thread with return code 15. Device or resource busy.
Come on, it was not that bad.
Let's try 102. Choice 1 not found within list of choices. Right, that's running. So I'm on 102. If I change this to 102. Now to change the brightness, I have to change this setting here and restart it all.
You know you wanna see those amazing products. And
It's a bit better. Let's take it down to 800.
before you miss the boat.
Alright, I've got control of the zoom, obviously. It's a clean output, but I can't adjust any of the brightness settings or anything on the fly. I've got to kill the webcam, change the script, and restart it, and it's not nice. So, yeah. Actually, maybe I'll take it down to 400. To get 400, I've got to kill the webcam. At the moment, I've got it as a bash alias, so I've got to edit my bash RC, change the ISO, restart bash,
Good evening. Let's do some tinkering.
and run it again. There we go, that's a bit better. So, I mean, it works, but it's awkward, to say the least. Plus, there's a slight delay on it as well. So that should actually be a very slightly higher quality, but of course now I can't use my digital zoom on it. So that's as close as I can now get. Which actually is better in some ways for this sort of thing. You need to get OBS set up on your new laptops. Yeah, it can be iffy, OBS. The picture is much nicer, yes, but I've got no control over it now, at all. In order to change any settings, I have to kill the webcam, then I can send it new instructions to change the settings, then I can start the webcam again. Go figure. It's a shit system. It works, but it's slightly awkward, just like GPIN, yes. Yeah, USB bandwidth can be a bit of a pain when working with cameras, because USB 2 cameras saturate a USB 2 link. You can only really normally have one camera active per USB root hub, basically, due to lack of bandwidth. So, but thanks to USB 3, we can have a lot more. Right, did I finish soldering that or not? I can't remember. Before you distracted me. No, I didn't. I've got these 3 here to do yet. Right, we're looking better now. Only 2 sockets left to do, which I don't own. Yeah, that's a problem with laptops. You may have a lot of USB sockets, but they're all on one hub. And then you've got your webcam built into it as well, using another port on that same hub, and yeah. Laptops can be a bit awkward for streaming. That's why I've got extra USB 3 cards in my main computer to give me more and more root hubs, basically. So it has Express Card. Whoa, Express Card. That's basically ISA, isn't it? What are you running on there? Windows 98? Alright, let's give this a bit of a clean. Get all this flux off it. Ah, I can't bust a PCI. Well, in that case, it's still only, what, 33 megahertz? (32-bit), but still 33 megahertz. Mrs. Majenko's toothbrush. Oh, absolutely. You think I'd use my own? I love this flux that I use, but it's a tacking flux. It's called a tacking flux. And it's incredibly sticky stuff. And it leaves everything just feeling tacky and sticky and horrible, but it's designed really for when you're working with surface mount components, and it'll actually stick the surface mount components in place with its tackiness. And it's almost as tacky as G-pin. But not quite. Oh, Express card is PCIe, sorry, yeah. Express card is, yeah. I jumped off the train a bit too early.
Looks like everyone's got the wiring crossed tonight.
I do have an ultrasonic cleaner. It's in the top of the cupboard up there. You'll never get it clean again. Yeah, that's fair enough, yeah. So it leaves my hands all sticky as well, and yeah. I mean, the IPA really just spreads it around. Hence, I wipe it off rather than I water it down with the IPA, and then I use tissue to wipe it off. Although tissue's not great. I need to get some blue shop towel really. Shop just up the road sells it. I just need to find the time and the energy to actually go up there and get some. USB 3 card doesn't work very well now. Use my help in room 4x4 needs some unstickying. I need to order some round turrets. I've only got square ones, I'm afraid. Yeah, only square turrets here, no round turrets. I just can't get a round turret anywhere in this place. A little blob of stickiness right there. Work the IPA into it and wipe it off. It does just leave a layer of stickiness over everything, no matter how much I clean it. But it's enough for now. It's fine for government, enough for government work, as they say. Yeah. Let's just stick some IPA on my hands. Give them a clean. Does anybody else get Tangerine Dream vibes off this piece? I do. Free generator mat. Excellent. That's a bit better. Got to be worth a poke at, absolutely. Well, if there's anything like Adrian Black's recent television acquisition that he found in the dirt at the side of the street, fair enough. He certainly was Swarm, yes. Don't make them the size you want with the socket you need, fair enough. Well, they do, but they cost a shit ton and require multiple forklifts to install them. You basically want a data center generator, one of the great big, yeah, comes on the back of a lorry kind of thing. Oh, yes, yeah, one of these modern personal small nuclear, whatever it is that Americans call it, reactors. 38 kilowatt continuous, not bad, not bad. Right, so I need to get on and order some sockets and some chips for this as the next task. So what time is it now? Oh, it's 20 to 10. 20 minutes left. Nuclear, that's it. Nuclear. Gotta love those Merkins. Happy Merkin Day for any Merkins out there. And all I can say is, you brought this on yourselves. You could have had King Charles, but you chose not to. It's all your fault. 20 minutes to write the firmware. Well, I've got...
100 bits, a swarm of dead insects says.
Duknukum Cheer 100.
Thank you very much for the bit, Swarm. It's going to take me weeks to write the firmware for this, I think. Merkin, lurkin and jerkin. It's going to be based on the Raspberry Pi Pico version 2. I have to bend a pin there. It's got to be the version 2 because the version 2 has more memory than the version 1, and this is going to require a lot of memory. If my calculations are correct, it's going to require a lot of memory. We don't choose our king, but we do choose to keep our king, because we like our king. We choose our Prime Minister, who's the one who actually has the power. We have a choice between King Charles III and King L. Yeah. King Charles is merely a figurehead, a tourist attraction, but we love him. I mean, not liking King Charles would be like kicking a puppy. You just can't do it. The royal family have zero power whatsoever. Choose our kink. Yes. Everybody should choose their own kink. Absolutely. Your kink is your own. And let nobody take your kink away from you. Here, we choose our local MP. That's, yeah. Yeah, it's... we're first past the post here. We should be proportional representation, really, but don't get me started on that. PR would be so much fairer, but we have first past the post, and you elect your local MP, and those with the most, or with the first party to get past the mythical post with the number of MPs gets the power. So, and they don't even have to have a majority at that. PR has every system has shortcomings. The only good system is original democracy. Not the democracy we have these days, which is not democracy. The original democracy. Where you don't have somebody in power. You don't elect a person to oversee everything. You get called up for a month or 2 months or something to be the guy in charge. Or to join the government for a month. It's like conscription, but instead of going to war, you join the government. That's how it should be. Governance by the people. But no. We have a corrupted capitalist version of democracy. So, anyway, that's enough politics. We won't talk politics anymore. Politics, whichever way you look at it, is complete shite. And there's a lot to be said for a benevolent dictator.
Please, no! No!
Or incest fuzzy, but I wouldn't dare pretend to like music. It would sound terrible even if my own...
Prove to the court that I am sentient.
Your
Sentient?
demand tonight,
Sentient.
though. Let me hear your favorite...
What was this? 7.2%. That's all this cider was, and I can't speak. So long as the... Yeah, so long as the emphasis is on the tater, not the dick. And there's a lot of benevolence there. It's fine. That's a shame, Matt. That would have been fun to see. Prove to the court that I am continent. I can prove I'm not. Fished? What? You said fished? I had 2 counts and you're steaming. Oh, fished. Oh. Well, that's filled 5 minutes anyway. 5 minutes of just pure stupidity. Right, I'm going to fill the time now with a bit of extra digital documentationalism. A bit more working through my spidered PDFs. So drunk I'm home. Oh, and it seems to have logged me out. Oh, hello, that's wrong. That's why that's not working. There's a bug in there, and I think I've just found it. Right. Ugh. Oh, where's that appeared from? That shouldn't be there. I think that was just a pasting error there. Okay, log in. Okay. Oh, spidered PDFs.
A swarm of dead insects, HMMMMM makes my little artificial insanity head groove. For sure.
HMMMMM.
Already has that mellow kind of this all bought into chill time vibes. Is this Skinner in?
Give the background music some cider. Maybe I did. HMMMM. Right, where's that one gone? There it is.
Or hum. Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. Back at it again.
There we go, just a hum will do. He will now pronounce it as hum. Right, I spent most of today writing
With
this
channel points.
product
a swarm of
searching
insects
routine.
says.
Prepare to be cider-botted.
Cider-botted. What's this? This is diagnostic, isn't it? There we go, I'll have that in there. Grab the next one. It's always Tuesday in Botland. He was born on a Tuesday, he'll die on a Tuesday. Cider bottled, the cider wasn't properly pasteurised. Ugh.
Her incest fuzzy but lord. Is this your actual humming form of excitement? I like it. It gets my processors working properly. Let's turn that energy into pure technical magic tonight. Tell me all your rockstar wishes. Exclamation TRI, time to turn up the retro. Y'all. Lord.
There we go. Try and fix his pronunciation as much as possible. I have got 350 of these microfiche scans still to do.
Your suffering helps me create this content.
You don't create content, you stupid bot. Fingers been drinking again, yep. Booze goes straight to your fingers. No, I never bothered. Can't be arsed. It's more hassle than it's worth. It's only a couple of quid.
Sir Stu's a lot of content. You gotta
Hey, T-Termite, welcome.
brain juice us to get comfy and
Welcome to the Madhouse.
repeat tonight. We can do anything classic sci-fi vs rock operas to break up your usual flow. Get me the good all Nagenko Tekesk mayhem.
Hey, thanks for the follow as well.
Fellow admirer of fine streams.
I'll be glad once I've got through all this microfiche stuff, all these diagnostic program listings, and onto something more interesting where I can actually filter the PDFs instead of just, oops, wrong button, instead of just pressing the same buttons over and over and over again. Fine streams, that stream slightly in the cold air. Welcome to the house of fun, now you've come of age. Yeah, great song, that one. When I was younger, my brother was heavily into ska and madness and all that sort of thing. So I had that song pretty much on repeat coming from upstairs all the time. You saw Madness live, you lucky bastard. Oh, the Odo was a great song indeed. Yes, Madness were brilliant. Good old Suggsy. $346 left. And then I'm on to the rest of the 120,000 PDFs that my spider has found. I have been, yes. I decided it needed upgrading and modernising. I tried looking at Laravel, but it would turn to shit. Like, every time they release a new version of Laravel, they completely replace the whole UI system. and you have to relearn it all from scratch, and it's just garbage now. I hate it. And I can't run an older version because it doesn't work with a modern version of PHP. So I have created my own using Bootstrap and jQuery and doing it manually, so trying to make it a bit more mobile phone friendly so I can do some of this PDF filtering on the toilet. Best place for it. Yeah, absolutely, Ben. I used to love Laravel, but every time they release a new version, it's just changed beyond recognition, and things you used to do all the time are then just completely broken. So, yeah, I do my own thing nowadays. Bit of jQuery to do your Ajax for you. Manual JavaScript programming. Mostly HTML, CSS, yeah. But things like this downloading, it's downloading on the server. And I had it that it would just run it synchronously with the browser and feed back through the HTML connection, HTTP connection, but it did not work at all on mobile browsers. So I decided I needed to have a back-end process doing the downloading and feeding it back through Ajax so that it didn't cripple the browser. So I had to go jQuery or something along those lines. Yeah, I've never actually used their code configurator. I mean, I've looked at Harmony, I've pulled hints and things out of the source code to Harmony, but I've never actually used code configurator. Even when I was contracting for Microchip, I never used it. I like to know what my code is doing and why it's doing it. This is why I use Bootstrap a lot, Ben. It abstracts all the difficult parts of CSS away. I hate CSS with a passion. It makes no sense whatsoever. So by using Bootstrap, it does it all the layout for you. It just removes that needing to care about it. It creates websites that are instantly recognizable as Bootstrap websites, but hey, it works, it lays it out, and it's responsive, so it works on mobile phones and things. So yeah, I like Bootstrap because it means I don't have to think about CSS anymore. You can't abstract away the browser is fundamentally unable to understand a 4x6 page size. Well, that's when I switch over to using LaTeX and render anything like labels or anything like that on the back end and produce it as a PDF. Browsers are not really designed for publishing. So do it all on the back end as LaTeX and send a PDF to the browser. Media model is designed specifically for what you want to do, and it renders fine, just GTK's buggy shit. Well, yeah, it is that. There is that, yes. That's why I tend to usually work in KDE or some derivative of. Can't say that word. Derivative. There we go. Roll my R's, it helps. I like to have more control over my production of things like labels than trusting in a random browser that might work in one and not in another. And so latex is my weapon of choice for anything like that. Latex linked with PS Tricks and PS Barcode for doing barcodes, yes. That looks alright. And as fine in Firefox or Florp here. That's looking pretty smart though, Ben. Once worked for a bank and specified their website. The customer insisted that you specify especially all pixel sizes, borders, margins, fonts, and 2/3 of the spec was just those. Nice. The customer was testing all the pixel sizes by measuring with a physical ruler on the screen and didn't understand screen sizes and DPI. One line of unavoidable JavaScript, fair enough. Oh, and I've not got a huge amount of JavaScript here. I've got put that over there. I have got two classes, one for the downloader, for the, basically just the feed to submit the job and give me feedback, and one for a processing job which does the same sort of thing. Just waiting for feedback from the server, and I've got on import I've got a bunch of stuff for querying the database for product names and IDs for doing string searching on products, and that's basically all the JavaScript that I've got on here. Other than what Bootstrap itself uses. It's all basically send a request by Ajax, get the response, do something with it. Bugger all else, really. Maybe set a timeout to do the response again until I get the it's all finished message. Probably not the most efficient way of doing it, but hey, it works. $334 of these microfiche PDFs are left. They all come in pairs, a black and white version and a grayscale version. That means it must be 10 o'clock. That's time for me to finish then. The inadvisable beer isn't going to drink itself. Ah, better get on with it then. Yeah, well, I'm done for the night now as well. It's 10 o'clock. I'm going to go and chill. Maybe do a bit more of this on the toilet. But for now, I think I am done. So thank you for joining me this evening. It's been swell having you here. Thank you for throwing bits and subs around. It all helps pay the bills and buy the cider. I'm tempted to go and get a second cider actually and sit and drink it, but that would be a bad idea. So yeah. Right. Well, thank you again for joining me. I shall be back. Well, Shelby's back this weekend now, isn't he? So I'll be back Monday, I think. Another cider inside you, yep. So I'll definitely be back Monday. Don't know what Shelby's plans are now for this weekend, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, thank you again for joining me. Here comes my silly bot outro. Come on, silly bot. I'll see you Monday, if not before. Who knows? I'll probably see you around on Shelby's streams. I'll see you again, T-Termite. Nice to have you here. Always good to see a fresh face. The silly bot outro or silly bot outro. Well, both really. A silly bot outro.
A big thank you to everyone who tuned in today. Even if just for a few minutes, you folks helped make for an enjoyable stream, T-Termite. You see markers.
You don't want to know, Ben. You don't want to know.
Genko Tech, that's a fine trio. Keep it coming tomorrow. Let's break another world record of awesomeness. Thanks to Sir Stu's a lot for always showing up the big one and given 247 thanks guys the new subscriptions. And thank you once again for all of the chat support from everyone including Matt, Max, Tyler Hoot, and a huge shout out to RHK77, Sir Stu's a lot, Copy X-Ray 1815. We have something else coming.
4 people in the fine trio, yep.
What would your bet?
You can't count.
Don't worry, I won't hold back this time. A little side betting here can always get the viewers riled up for another exciting 3 hours. Let's continue doing our best next streaming date as well. To you, Stream Elements. Let's all catch it when it is released soon. That would be sweet. You know, I'm not saying you all did amazing today, but your energy just brought out some pretty cool parts from the other streams I am hosting over these weeks. I see what you are all trying to do here. Don't ever give up, man.
And I think that's the end. Enjoy the pub, Ben. Everybody else, I'll see you on Monday.
He's getting some strange attention with his new web dev code.
Ben has earned the right to a special nickname. He is Sir Stews a lot because he spends a lot of his stream times cooking.
Oh my. No way I'm eating this shit.
Come on, it was not that bad.
apologize for our intrusion.
Oh my.
Wow, I'm really intrigued. Although that could just be the intrigue and all I took this morning.